Explain to me how Geraldo Perdomo could come in fourth in MVP voting, but not be a part of the All-MLB team. We're going to complain about that and so much more, even though we are very excited for the awards our boys have received, including Corbin Carroll not only being part of the All-MLB second team, but also being added to Team USA. Most importantly, though, we are going to rank every Dbacks jersey in history. That's right. You're here for an amazing tier ranking Friday. Don't you go anywhere. We're starting in 30 seconds. And happy Friday to you all. Welcome into another edition of the PHNX Dbacks podcast, live from Studio K, presented by our friends at Circle K. It is I, your mayor of PHNX, occasionally known as Derek Montilla. Thrilled to have you guys here on another edition of the show, especially a very fun Friday edition where we are ranking every Dbacks jersey in history. And there is no way I could do that alone. I got the cheese to my macaroni, the leche to my cafe. It's the one, the only, the incomparable Damon Farrell, a.k.a. Damon Dog, on the ones and twos. And great to have you guys here. Of course, this show is brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Go download that Game Time app right now. Use our code of PHNX when you sign up. You get yourself $20 off those already low purchases. That's good for your first-time purchase, and terms do apply. Well, we did have a big award show last night. I don't know if any of you guys caught it. Maybe many of you, as I was for most of this award show, were also keeping an eye on our Phoenix Suns, who are in fact back. But the MLB did have their annual award show last night, naming most importantly the MVP. And it was kind of gross because Mookie Betts was not just a presenter, but like a co-host on it. And that made the whole thing very off-putting to me. But I did stick around to see the very obvious choices being made of Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani being named the AL and NL MVP. Aaron Judge, it's his third career MVP, second straight in a row, and it's just all very boring. It's boring because these guys are so good, right? If you are a fan of these guys, if they're on your teams, then I'm sure you're thrilled. I'm sure that you are glad they got the recognition they deserve. And there's no arguing against them deserving this recognition, right? I think the one argument you could say, I guess for both guys, is based on their team and how their team was comprised. Would either of those teams not have made it as far without those players? You could probably argue yes. However, there's guys like Cal Raleigh, who, quite frankly, the Mariners would not have been the Mariners this year without him and what he did. Historic for a catcher, right? But again, even for a historic season for a catcher, his numbers still did not, surpass Aaron Judge's here, who led everything, led MLB in average on base percentage, slugging, 331 batting average, 457 on base percentage, 688 slug with 53 home runs and 114 RBI. That's just a casual season for Aaron Judge. This one was a tight race. Meanwhile, the Shohei Ohtani choice was unanimous, and of course, you know how that always goes. But overall here, two very good players, two generational talents that, quite frankly, as much as we are sick of them, we are all going to one day, recall watching and talk about, I think, in a very positive way. But Raleigh did have a historic season, and again, probably more of the heartfelt favorite, whereas Aaron Judge, when it comes down to it, was the statistical favorite here. He wins back-to-back MVPs, and again, it's just another great thing for the Yankees, I guess. I don't know. But again, he has sustained greatness now, and that the thing for Judge is, like, I think surpassing the personal achievements that he has accomplished, the personal trophies, and trying to win that big one for the Yankees, right? Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani, unanimous on the NL side. He now has 4 total MVPs, 2 for the AL, 2 for the NL. He's just Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, /282, 392, 622 with 55 home runs, a 1.014 OPS, 146 runs scored. In 14 starts, he had a 2.87 ERA and 62 strikeouts. Pitchers don't hit anymore, and that's for a good reason. That's what makes Shohei Ohtani just such a historic player, that he's so good that you would never, you would almost consider not pitching him rather than not hitting him, and he still posts a 2.87 ERA, right? He's the first player to ever win multiple MVPs in both leagues, only one to win unanimously more than once. And again, he's just a big reason why the Dodgers also have back-to-back championships as well. He was named, again, just the best player in baseball, like I said, /282, 392, 622. Can't say enough about what he did and what he was for the Dodgers this season. Bleh. All right, we're done with that. But more importantly, Geraldo Perdomo, our baby boy Jerry P, finished 4th overall in MVP voting. And I got to say, when Geraldo Perdomo was not named an MVP finalist, I understood why. It did not surprise me, but I was a little angered by it, because I do feel like he deserved that recognition. I still think that if you are not finishing first, you are last, in the words of a certain famous race car driver. But Perdomo here finishing 4th, I think, pleases me. I think it should please the fan base, because it really does mean that Geraldo Perdomo is receiving that national recognition that he deserves after having the incredible season that he had, right? So it's great to see Perdomo getting that recognition and being amongst, the top players in baseball. And Corbin Carroll was also on that list as well. Corbin Carroll ends up 7th in MVP voting. I do believe we have the graphic or the final voting list, the final voting total. But again, that just goes to show that these guys, Corbin Carroll having a historic season for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo also having a historic season for this organization. They are getting the recognition they deserve. Corbin Carroll getting it in multiple ways, of course, and that's not just in the MVP voting. But I think that, we could go over Geraldo Perdomo's stats. Everybody here knows exactly what Perdomo did for this team this year. Everybody knows what an incredible player he was. And again, it's still 4th place, and it still might be meaningless to some. But I think, again, when you think about how far Geraldo Perdomo came in just one season, right? Like, these were not the numbers that he was putting up in his previous years. And, this happens once again right after the Diamondbacks sign him to a contract extension. He ends up putting up the best numbers of his career and being an MVP candidate, right? So can't say enough about what this season meant to his career as far as a breakout season. Will we see him replicated? That's the big question. As far as the other guys go, Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, both of those guys were honored last night with the All-MLB team honors. Ketel Marte, for the 2nd straight year, was voted to the All-MLB first team after slashing 283, 376, 517. He had an OPS plus of 145, and once again was the best second baseman in all of baseball. Meanwhile, Corbin Carroll voted to the All-MLB second team. So there, another notch for Corbin Carroll, another piece of recognition for him. He was voted to the All-MLB first team following his 2023 Rookie of the Year campaign. And this year, he arguably put up even better numbers in 2025. He had an OPS of 883. He had an OPS plus of 140, and he had a B-WAR of 5.8. So big kudos to both of those guys last night. And again, it was just a very, very big surprise to see both of those guys honored the way that they were. But again, very, very well-deserved and a correct choice. Even Corbin Carroll to the second team. I kind of understand that. Gold Glove winner, though, put up some historic numbers for this franchise. I still think he kind of might have deserved that spot. One guy, though, that is missing from these honors is the aforementioned Jerry P. He was not voted to the All-MLB team honors, and I don't know. Damon, I know you're working diligently on this ridiculous ranking list that we have to go, but how does Perdomo get beat out by Bo Bichette overall here when he was 4th in MVP voting? I mean, I just have to ask that. Like, if on one hand he is an MVP candidate and then 4th, he just falls outside of the top 3 players in MLB, not just the top 3 shortstops. Perdomo is 3rd for MVP voting, but yet he's somehow not considered one of the best shortstops in baseball for either the first team or the second team. Am I crazy to feel like these two things don't go hand in hand?
Yes, you are crazy.
Yeah, no, Damon's upset. Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, again, this is a different voting category. Obviously, the Hall of Fame is BBWAA. It means that, that it's people that know ball. And meanwhile, this all MLB team honors is a combination of fan vote and apparently some sort of former players and people within the organizations voting. So different groups of people voting for these awards, and that could be the reason why we see Geraldo Perdomo not voted to either one of these teams, but I kind of hate it, right? Like, again, not to undermine the all MLB team thing. I mean, it's still an honor and it's still very important for each and every player that's a part of it, right? But it is a little bit more like an all-star thing. It is a little bit more like a popularity contest. You are going to have guys with name recognition like Bo Bichette getting recognized over Geraldo Perdomo, despite what Domo did this season. So I don't know that. Also, here's another thing I don't know. How the hell did this team not make the playoffs? You mean to tell me that they have 2 of the top 7 MVP candidates on this team, and I'll even throw them in there, 3 guys that are or should be part of the all MLB team honors team. You got 2 of them actually on there. And this team didn't even make the playoffs? Didn't even make the playoffs. Just goes to show how bad their pitching was to have this kind of talent on their team and still not be able to reach the playoffs. But speaking of Corbin Carroll, though, once again, another piece of recognition for Corbin Carroll. Maybe this one might be more for us. This one might be more for us overall because Corbin Carroll was added to Team USA for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Carroll and Pete Crow Armstrong, apparently who we can't call PCA. We have to call him Pete if we meet him out on the street. That's weird to me. They were officially named to Team USA's roster last night. The announcement came in that awards show there in Las Vegas, and the manager for Team USA, Mark DeRosa, emphasized that he would be bringing youth and energy to this team and named Carroll among those additions. Well, hell yeah. And PCA, a.k.a. Pete. But this is an incredibly stacked outfield, by the way. Or not outfield, just teams so far. And Damon and I are going to do a little trending podcast to dig into this just a little deeper. But in case you have not seen, Team USA for the WBC is stacked. Aaron Judge is going to be a part of that team. They are also going to feature Cal Raleigh behind the dish, Bobby Witt Jr., and starting on the mound, future Arizona Diamondback Paul Skeens. And Mark asks, is Trout still on the team? No first basemen have been. It's Trout. Trout's an outfielder, right? I don't know what Trout's playing these days. What's Trout even playing? No, Trout has not been named on the team. But Cal Raleigh, Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, Pete Crow Armstrong, Corbin Carroll, and Paul Skeens. That's wild. It's wild to me. And Mark asked a great question. Is Corbin playing left field or is Judge? Don't know. We'll have to see. But I do feel this is very reminiscent of the Diamondbacks beating the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers making themselves into the biggest team ever, right? Like, it feels like the Team USA losing to Team Japan there in 2023 caused this, and I'm here for it. This is a real all-star team. No disrespect to all of the guys that were on Team USA last year, in 2023, including Merrill Kelly, who we know and love. But this is a different level of competition there for Team USA. So very exciting. Can't wait for the WBC. And me and Damon might have to go to Miami for that. We might have to go there for the semifinals and the finals. Just saying, might have to travel. Speaking of which, if you did not know, Corbin Carroll was recruited by the Taiwanese Baseball Federation. They made an overt effort to recruit Carroll and other Taiwanese American players for Taiwan's national team there for the WBC. Carroll did decline the invitation to play for Taiwan, stating that since he was born and raised in America, his goal was to earn a spot on Team USA. He said he did not want to take a roster spot away from a Taiwanese national player. So there you go. Corbin Carroll, part of Team USA. His wish has been fulfilled. His dream has come true. But again, still kind of stuck here overall on Perdomo not being part of the All-MLB team honors. And again, I think, Damon, do we have the voting? I think we have the voting here for the MVP vote. Here you can see Shohei Ohtani getting all 30 first place votes. Excuse me. I'll spit that out eventually. Kyle Schwarber here getting the second place votes. Juan Soto. Quite frankly, Geraldo Perdomo getting almost as many second place votes as Juan Soto. 4 for Soto, 3 for Perdomo, 15 third place votes there for Soto, and then 7 for Perdomo. Meanwhile, Perdomo just got votes for all the rest of the placements and comes in 4th there. Then you see there, just below Paul Skeens, Corbin Carroll. He got 3 4th place votes, 3 5th place votes, some 6th place, and some 7th and 8th place votes. Excuse me. Sorry. That's a little bit off, and my eyes are bad and old. But just great recognition here for our guys. And again, a great night overall for Corbin Carroll, right? Ending up on that list for the MVP voting, ending up on the All-MLB team, and getting that recognition now as being part of Team USA. So congratulations to Corbin Carroll. Congrats to Ketel Marte. And quite frankly, Geraldo Perdomo, you are already the MVP of this podcast. You know that, and there's no reason to debate that. Quite frankly, that's the most important award as far as we're concerned. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And on the other side of this break, we are going to get down to it. Of course, we are ranking every jersey in Arizona Diamondbacks history. And it's a lot. It's a lot for us. It's a lot for you. It's a lot for everyone. It's a lot for Damon. So we'll be getting to that here shortly. But we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of that break, we're going to talk about jerseys. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. Well, Gila River Resorts and Casinos, no one does it better. You can visit any one of their 4 locations and have yourselves an amazing weekend, amazing Friday night out on the town. They have an unprecedented level of entertainment, and that's the best way to describe it. You can go all in with their over 4,500 slots and live table games, or catch any of the unbeatable action here that we have in sports up at their sportsbook. That's a great place. Great food, huge screens, and of course, get that little paper ticket in your hand, and you can go big and go home a winner. Nobody does entertainment like this. And of course, belly on up and let them show you what the next level of entertainment is all about. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playathila.com for more details. If you have a need to get your brand out there, if you are looking to have your brand stand apart from the crowd, look no further than Branded Bills. Branded Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear and more, not just headwear. They have you covered with all the headwear that you need. They also have shirts, totes, bags, all sorts of other ways for you to brand your brand your brand, right? And that's a great way to get it out there. You can start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. And they have quality logo work over there. They also got you covered with every hat you can think of: snapbacks, truckers, fitted, beanies, tees. It doesn't matter. Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. They also have partnerships with over 40 universities, including ASU and U of A, as part of their campus collection. If you're just a hat aficionado, want to get yourself a new hat, they have also partnerships with the Phoenix Suns, who are red hot right now. They're a local company from right here in Mesa, Arizona. So head on over to brandedbills.com, get yourself a new hat. Use our code BBPHNX for 15% off your first order. All right. Well, for a very long time, we have been putting off one Emily Williams in our chat when it comes to ranking jerseys. Now, for those of you that may not know, a long time ago, I used to write words on our website and not just do this show. And one of the things I produced was an article ranking every jersey in Diamondbacks history. And this was pre-Perpientis. This was I think, quite a few jerseys, but I did do my best to rank at least what I felt was, I think, the top 25 jerseys in team history. And since then, one Emily Williams has not let me forget that list has become outdated. And I think for probably at least a year has been asking me to update the rankings of said list. So instead of just doing it in the article, which anybody could do, except me, because I still haven't done it, even though I've been promising to do so, we decided that we would do it on this very program. So we got a lot of work.
We need a little bit more stalling time, Derek.
All right.
I apologize to the people. I thought this was segment 3.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, well, I
didn't know we put 3 sections towards this.
Well, I figured we have a lot of work, right? The Arizona Diamondbacks have gone through many eras of jersey. Obviously, the most popular one being the early days of the Arizona Diamondbacks there, where the wonderful color schemes seem to be colors from here in Arizona, right? Teals and purples and coppers. And I think everybody unanimously still feels very strongly about those particular days, right? And it was weird because, you know, we kind of did have something original, unique going on. I think with all the different jersey combinations, the pinstripes, the vests, it felt like what the Diamondbacks were doing was very different. But no matter how different we were, it felt like we were still always in the same vicinity as the Colorado Rockies, right? Which is probably the biggest problem and probably one of the biggest reasons why we strayed away from purple being such a main color in our scheme, right? And again, we had years and years of the purple, despite the fact that we've always been in the same division as the Rockies. But like it felt like right around the time that the Rockies started to gain some traction and get hot is when new ownership took over here. Ken Kendrick became the primary owner of the ownership group. And we saw a change where the Diamondbacks changed from the purple and teal we came to know and love to Sedona Red, who Anthony Totri today described as sounding like a pack of old cigarettes. And I can't really disagree with that. Unfiltered Sedona Reds, right? Like something like that. But again, we had the Sedona Red years come in, right? A lot of white, a lot of Sedona Red. Sand became a primary color and an accent color. Not really a primary color, just an accent color, just a boring accent color. And then black was introduced as a big part of their color scheme and jersey scheme. And I didn't hate that at all. I thought that it was simple. It was clean. It kind of looked like, you know, a traditional baseball team a little bit more maybe than our early years where we tried to just be different, right? But those years I remember quite fondly as still being a disappointment because I guess as you said, as I say classic, you could also say boring. And it did feel like we went from having some of the most exciting jerseys and color schemes in baseball to just being another team that used red, like the Reds and the Cardinals and the Angels and so many other teams that basically use white and red as their primary colors, right? That's what it became, right? So again, we move on from there, and the Diamondbacks seem to always kind of bounce back and forth from being traditional and classic, which could be defined as boring, to being kind of outrageous and really out there. And that would be what you would describe the next era of Diamondbacks jerseys being, AKA the gradient years, right? We have the entire period of time where the Diamondbacks had gradient color scheme. I was not I didn't feel like this was a complete L overall, right? I think the biggest problem was that they went all in with the snakeskin gradient being on every jersey, almost forcing it in certain situations. More importantly, putting it on the hat, which I hated. I hated it on the hat. There are things that I hate instantly, and in my mind, I hope that they grow on me with time, right? The first time I saw the Batman movie with Heath Ledger in it as the Joker, could not stand the way Christian Bale talked. In fact, I was convinced that there was no way I was, in fact, going to get through an entire movie of listening to that man speak that way, right? So that was definitely one of those situations for me, but I did. I made it through, and eventually I liked that movie. Never happened with the gradient hats. First time I saw them, I thought they were disgusting, and from that point forward, I thought that they were always going to be disgusting, and I never, ever, ever thought I would like them, and I never did. But hey, sometimes things are amiss. I did like when they brought in the teal colors, and I think those were the jerseys during that era that I liked. And we're going to get to all of these jerseys, obviously, but that era, I think, again, it was too much gradient. I think if the Diamondbacks had one alternate jersey that was a little gradient, that had a little difference to it, I think people might have even liked it. I think people might have even rocked with it. But unfortunately, those gradient years were just too much for this. It was too much. We were inundated with gradient. It was terrible. So, and then that brought us back, I guess, to being a little bit more classic, right? We went back to the traditional red and sand and white and sand, and again, boring, but it felt like that next era of Diamondbacks baseball, which, again, ended with a pretty fun World Series run, was a clean look, but again, a boring look, right? So you would have almost getting back to the similar color schemes and jerseys that they had back in, the Stephen Drew, Justin Upton years of the Sedona red and the white and the sand, right? So that was that. But now we have this beautiful era, the era that I'm rocking now. Of course, for a little while there, we had that sand Serpientes jersey. Now we have the Perpientes jersey, aka one of the best City Connect jerseys. Or City Connect, what do we call them? We don't call them City Connect, right? We call them whatever they call them. Yeah, City Connect, right? But one of the best that has happened in baseball. One of the best we've ever seen. Plus, I mean, the addition of teal, what they've done with this particular scheme, probably is right up there with what we had in 2001, in my opinion. If they wanted to keep red around, bringing around teal was just such a great move. I think they go together. I think it's an original look, even though it's still kind of like a red and blue thing, which isn't super original in baseball. It still feels different based on, the particular shades that they've gone with and everything that they've done with these jerseys. I think they did an incredible job of updating everything, keeping, again, classic, factors in there, and also adding in new stuff to make it look fun, right? Make it look hot. I love the look of these particular jerseys. I'm wearing the black with the teal outline. Everything's great. But again, the Serpientes jersey, as I've said time and time again, is probably the ultimate, creation here as far as bringing everything together. The fact that when I heard the rumors about that jersey, I thought it was going to be the most disgusting thing we'd ever seen in our lives, because I just had people straight up tell me like, oh, it's going to be gradient, but it's also going to have pinstripes, but it's also going to be purple and teal, but it's also going to be, I was like, no. They were like, it's also going to be like a vest where it's like, it cuts off at the sleeves and has black sleeves. And I was like, no, this sounds awful. And yet for some reason, somehow they made it all work, including having scales on there, snake scales. Like this, it was too much. It was like 6 patterns all in one, yet somehow they made it all work and made it all work incredibly well. And that's pretty much the short history of the Diamondbacks jerseys, right? Like we've had some other jerseys in there. I think Damon did his best not to miss out on any of them, including like the turn the clock jersey.
If I missed out on any and you guys complain, I'll actually kill you at this point.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
So choose your next words wisely, people.
This man's ready to fight. He's ready to fight. Well, there's a lot of jerseys in there.
There's a max file size limit, so they keep giving me just trouble after trouble.
Yeah. We might have bit off more than we can chew here, Damon. We might need to determine it based on how much we can actually upload.
No, we definitely can get them all on here. It's just for some reason they're going to make me do it
one by one
over and over again.
Perfect. Yeah. That's perfect. Well, how about this? We're going to take a quick break. When we come back from this break, we are going to discuss. We're going to finally rank all of those jerseys, and we are going to discuss why Emily made us do this. I think that's fair enough. Let's do that on the other side of this break. You're watching the PHNX Diamondbacks show. Well, of course, Rally House is the go-to spot for all your favorite local Arizona sports team gear. Of course, I would know. I'm even wearing the socks. So make sure to get yourself over there to Rally House right now. You can check out shop locations in Tempe, Mesa, and Glendale today. Oh, there we go. Now I'm in ad mode. Well, again, check out their shop locations in Tempe, Mesa, and Glendale today. And they have all of your game day needs, whether it's hats, jerseys, doesn't matter. They got you covered. If you're looking to get yourself fitted for tailgating, make sure to check out everything they have to offer. They got you covered with drinkware, signage, coolers, socks, and even sunscreen. Whatever you're looking for your game day, shop with Rally House. They carry only Arizona sports teams too, and as we've discussed, you will not have to see those disgusting Dodgers World Series hoodies hanging in a Rally House when you go in. In fact, every time you go in, you're guaranteed to find something new, unique, and that matches your game day vibe. Find your local Rally House location and shop their entire product assortment online at rallyhouse.com today. And it is the season, of course, for $80 million in prizes over at Arizona Lottery, so do not miss out. Arizona Lottery is where you need to go for your last-minute gifts this holiday season. There are 6 festive scratchers to choose from, including Cash Countdown, which has prizes up to $250,000, and Candy Cane Cash, which smells just like fresh peppermint. Again, I've talked about being the best gift giver. I know that's not just a humble brag. It's a fact. I could be given an award on, I could be given a gift for my gift giving. But again, like I've said before, I always get outdone by the person that simply stops on their way and gets scratchers to the party. When it comes to holiday gifts, holiday scratchers are the best place to start. They're made for gifting, whether it's a white elephant exchange, a stocking stuffer, or just because. There's always a little chance your gift could be worth millions. So love the play and spread holiday cheer with holiday scratchers from the Arizona Lottery. Play and gift today. Must be 21 and over to play. All right. Well, Emily in the chat says, don't be mad at me, Derek and Damon. It's hard not to, Emily. It's hard not to.
I'm not mad at you, Emily. I'm very mad at technology, which is throwing me for an absolute loop right now. But I believe we are like a good 1 minute here from being ready to go, Derek. I'm like I said, I need to add them one by one.
Yeah.
Which is just the most infuriating thing on planet Earth.
Tier Maker is making this especially hard on Damon right now. Yeah, and again, it's because there's so many jerseys. That's the thing. This ranking jerseys thing, it's not about just getting the eras that I discussed. That would be easy enough, right? Just to rank the eras. But there are, again, as Damon said, he's going to be very upset because you're guaranteed to have at least one jersey we missed, and one of you is going to bring it up, and we'll scream. We'll scream.
And so help you God when you do.
Well, I will say this, though, just in regards to jerseys in general. I mean, we were talking about it a little while ago, but the era when the Diamondbacks went gradient was probably the worst era in jerseys across the valley. The Suns had a disgusting jersey. The Cardinals was not very good. It just was a bad time. It was a bad time to be wearing jerseys. I think even while the Coyotes were here, that was when they had the red with the howling.
Yeah, and the Coyotes have such good jerseys. It's crazy for them to not have elite jerseys.
Well, again, and when we talk about that era, right, there was this weird movement here in Arizona where it felt like the change the Diamondbacks made, the change that the Coyotes made was similar to like Pittsburgh, where you have their teams that all have the same color scheme, right? You have the Pirates, you have the Penguins, and you have the Steelers, right? All yellow, black, white, and yellow, right? So it's like that. It felt like the Diamondbacks were doing that, and it felt like we were all going to be Cardinals colors, which was the worst possible color scheme to decide on. Every other team in the Valley, the Coyotes, the Diamondbacks, and the Suns, all had way better color schemes, and we picked that one to all decide on. Terrible. It's
That's
why it was
actually
such
a great point.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's like we could have all gone orange and purple. How electric would the Cardinal
purple,
or just purple? Yeah, right. Like purple as the primary color, and then we could all do our own little individual accents and whatnot, right? But we're ready to go now. We're ready to rank these jerseys. Now I'm pumped. Talking about getting angry about that era.
You know what,
jersey.
Derek? They don't call you the mayor for nothing. What a filibustering performance by my guy.
Hey, all I know is that if you want me to talk about jerseys, I could talk about jerseys for hours. Specifically ones I hated. That's something I could very much talk about. Yeah, you
probably could.
Excuse me. I was present at the fashion show for the Gradient jerseys. I was there as media, and they did this fashion show at Chase Field. I think it's still on my old YouTube channel. And you can see I'm in front row, and I think at times you hear me blurt out laughing behind the camera because of how ridiculous some of the color schemes were and some of the jerseys combinations were. And they had the players all coming out and wearing them and being models, and it was crazy. But we are ready, Emily Williams, most specifically, to finally get to this tier maker ranking of every Arizona Diamondbacks jersey in history. And this was incredibly ambitious, I think, maybe too ambitious. But Damon, are we ready to go?
Yeah, we are. I was just trying to fix up something to make it look a little bit nicer for the people here.
All right, well, no problem. I think we got a question here. I can't see the name on it, but it says, Derek, what's your favorite Dbacks giveaway jersey recently? That's a great question, especially because it gets very confusing for me. I actually, this is going to sound so elitist. I'm sorry. I don't know which ones sometimes are giveaway jerseys like everybody gets, or which ones are the like you have to pay for them as part of a special ticket package and get them, right? Like I really dug the Pride jerseys. I thought those looked amazing and were, just an incredible addition to the lineup. I also personally loved the Puerto Rico jerseys, but I think both of those were part of like a ticket package that you had to pay extra for. I would say that my favorite is honestly the black and teal Serpientes jersey that they did. That looked that like I think they even did it last year, but just like the plain black with Serpientes and teal accents, I thought it looked sharp. It was one of those jerseys that made me want to have it be part of this collection that we're taking a look at today. But all right, I think we're ready, Damon. We got our tier maker up. We got all the jerseys in franchise history. Where do we want to start?
How's that doing on the eyes there, Derek?
I think that looks pretty good. I think it looks good for me. I hope it looks good for the audience. I hope everybody enjoys seeing small. I'm down here, small Derek.
Small Derek is the best Derek.
Yeah,
actually.
no, I mean, I am only good in small doses. That's for sure. But
so where do we want to start? Do we want to start with?
Let's.
Man, there's some duplicates in here.
Yeah, that would figure, right? Like last thing you need is duplicates. But let's just start. I don't know. What do you want to start with here, Damon? Grab me one.
Man.
Sand. Let's start with Sand, Serpientes, and Perpientes. I think those two couldn't be more different for me. What's that?
Somehow I lost all of the original jerseys on the thing here. So give me 1 second.
All right, we'll filibuster some more.
Man.
But I think I think once again it reminds me here that those two jerseys, like I remember when, again, talking about remembering when the Diamondbacks debuted those Sand Serpientes jerseys. I thought they were really cool. I really did. They did that cool photo shoot with them out in the desert. They were hanging out with I believe a boa constrictor for some reason, probably because handling actual Diamondback snakes is considered fairly dangerous. But if you want to, I don't know, if you want to get the point across, let's get a real rattlesnake in there if we want to be brave men out in the desert, right? But that jersey, with time, I think everybody can agree on this. I don't know if it was the involvement of Nike. I don't know if things changed, but I think we can all agree that jersey went from a beige jersey to a yellow jersey, and not a good shade of yellow. In fact, one that I don't think can say the way I wanted to say. Pea yellow? I could get away with saying pea yellow. It looked like the color of urine. And again, I don't know how that happened, but I do feel like the color of that jersey changed with time and got more gold, if you want to call it that. But I just think that again, it did change. And again, I even though it was boring, I did like it being beige. I liked the beige version of it much more. Cool Bro says, my biggest complaint about the purple Serpientes jersey is the lack of bronze. Yeah, I would have loved to see some more copper, especially from the original days, right? Like that, especially when they use like the shiny copper threading on just accents on the jersey. It was so beautiful, and it gleamed, it glittered. It was beautiful. So yeah, I'm with you on that. But I just think that once again, the Serpientes, aka the Perpientes with the purple, it just brought so many of these eras that I just discussed all together in a really creative, well done way. In a way I didn't think was really possible as far as combining all of those elements. Plus, I like the Serpientes. There was a lot of discussion about people wishing it said Diamondbacks or Arizona Diamondbacks across it, like that leak that had it, that looked very much like the final design, but wasn't. But I like the Serpientes. I like the Diamondbacks having nicknames. I like calling them the Snakes. I like calling them the Serpientes. It gives this team nicknames and identities outside of just Diamondbacks, Dbacks, Backs. All of our nicknames, all of our stuff is all just shortened versions of Diamondbacks or whatever, right? So I like having that. It's something we've pressed. We have pushed the Snakes agenda on this program for a very long time. As well as, again, trying to make sure everybody calls them the Perpientes jerseys for sure. But Damon, I don't know how much longer I can filibuster because I'm out of words to say. And I don't know if anybody else wants to talk about the jerseys anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, Derek.
Oh,
no one's more frustrated than me.
That tier maker got us all. Cool Bro says Serpientes is a nod to the Latino community. Who would be against that? I think you can have your answers to that for sure. But yes, the Diamondbacks have always embraced the Hispanic community here in Arizona, and it's because it's a big part of our community. We are a big part of the community, so it's no reason not to, right? Just like any community embraces the people that live there. The Diamondbacks, the Suns, both of them have done a great job. Both of those organizations have done an amazing job at including aspects of our community that make it seem more authentic, more about the city and more about the people that live in the city. So for sure, this is a nod to that. And again, no reason to be upset about it. But I think also too, people want to see change. And this jersey, the Serpientes jersey, was absolutely not about change. The entire purpose of it seemed to be to bring together all of these various elements that we've talked about. The most important being getting back to the purple. And here, when we talk about, the jersey rankings, obviously, the purple takes precedent because not only are there some amazing memories of winning that first World Series title tied to those purple colors, but also it's cool, right? The purple, the teal, I don't know. There's so many people that still hold it in high regard. And I think the most amazing part about it is it's people that don't even necessarily root for this team. It's just people that when you talk to them about the Arizona Diamondbacks, they'll bring up like, remember those days? Remember how cool your pinstripe outfits or pinstripe uniforms used to be? Remember how cool certain things used to be? And like that was Chicago, for instance. When we were there in Chicago, people were all about the old 2001 team. Also Mark Grace. They couldn't stop talking about Mark Grace being on the Diamondbacks. That made me sick. But yeah, they definitely love the old jerseys, and that's the reason why.
Let's do this freaking thing, Derek.
Let's do it, Damon.
I'm sick of waiting around.
I'm sick of waiting around too.
This has been hell on earth. Let's start off with the original white vest jersey.
It's S tier. It's S tier. That is an S tier jersey. There's no debating it. again, this is the jersey I'm talking about when I say people in Chicago are like, hey, remember those jerseys that you guys had? The freaking vests? Why did you ever lose the vests, right? And I mean, again, all teams across baseball lost the vests, and the vests are just so cool. It's the reason why I also hold the away jersey with the vest in high regard. I don't know if I would quite put it as the S tier, but I wouldn't put it any lower than A. What do you think, Damon? I mean, I feel like the vests were iconic for this Diamondbacks franchise.
I'm open to calling audibles when we need to call audibles, Derek, but I very much like the gray road ones as well.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's S or A for sure.
Okay, let's throw it in the S tier for now.
Okay,
I think it's an S tier.
We can audible if need be.
Because those are the jerseys I think of. These are the jerseys when I see Randy Johnson in my head. This is the jersey he's wearing. These, and I also think the black with the Diamondbacks across the front is pretty iconic as well.
This one right here?
Yeah, that one right there. I think that's like an A jersey.
Which one do you like? You like that one better than you like this Arizona one right here, side by side?
No, I don't.
I kind of like the Arizona one a little bit better. Because especially
with the word mark, right? Like once they started introducing that snake word mark to the word Arizona, made it look like it had little teeth on the end.
Well, and also I really like the right there, the lining on the sleeves.
Yeah, that's that copper.
That copper and teal lining on the sleeves. I honestly, I know it's part of the original set, and it's like we don't want to just be like, oh, they're all insane, but I definitely think that these should be up here. Okay. This one should be right here, and this one should be right there.
I'm good with that,
in my opinion.
And then I also like the purple from that same era.
The purple is pretty insane.
That one's probably an A or an S as well. I mean, both of those are.
I might be S, Derek. I mean, I know that these three are also similar, but my goodness, I mean, are those the best jerseys that baseball's ever had?
It's the reason. Yes.
Like these are literally that's the best jersey set up here that baseball has ever had.
I can't argue with that. I feel that way, but then I always think once again that I'm biased because
we're Dbacks fans.
Well, and again,
and you wear it every single day.
That had that too, but that it has so many good memories tied to it and everything. Like everything was so special in that particular era of Diamondbacks baseball. It's hard not to have very fond memories of that, you know,
for sure.
And again, that's the reason why. Let's just get to it. Perpientes for me is at the very least an A. I don't think they missed on this jersey. And quite frankly, we've talked about all of these eras already during this episode. Like, again, the I know it's not the copper, but they still have the sleeve with the teal and the little like triangles on it. They have the pinstripes. They have the gradient. They have the purple. They have serpientes across it. Like they took everything and threw it in a blender and somehow it came out looking gorgeous. And I really do appreciate what they did with it. I mean, even the small details like the 1948 and in the patch and the Arizona flag, as Damon would say, if you throw an Arizona flag on anything, we'll go crazy for it. So
Exhibit A, my hat.
Yeah, I mean, they just hit it out of the park with that one.
Here's what I'll say, and I don't want to be the villain here. I like the original Serpientes better than I like the Perpientes.
Really?
And that's because I think I like the originality of it. That means something to me.
Right.
Like the idea that it was the first one and it was so good that they were like, we got to do it again. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, to me is like, that means something. I love the purple. I love the teal. There's a reason all of these jerseys are so high, but this one is unlike anything else we've really had in Diamondbacks history as well. I personally, I think that if I was doing this, and this is a collaborative thing, so this is not, I'm not saying let's just put my foot down and do it. If I was doing it, I would probably go here and here personally.
Yeah, but I still have to, let's put them on equal ground then.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Because like I said, I was a big fan of these when they introduced them. I just don't like the direction they took. And quite frankly, you almost feel like if you look at the merchandise, it coincides with what I'm saying, because I bought a lot of the clearance stuff for the Serpientes when it went on sale, and the stuff at the end was just yellow. Hats I bought, shirts I bought, I was wearing them this week. Like, they're gold. Like, if you would look at them, you would not look at the clothes I was wearing and say that they were beige of any kind. But go back and look up the photo shoot they did with David Peralta holding a snake around his shoulders and Ketel Marte with a snake. We have a bobblehead of it somewhere in this office, right? Like, they were specifically going for sand. They wanted it to match the color of the desert. behind him, and it was a beige jersey. So yeah, it changed over the years, but yes, I'll give you that. Let's get back.
Sean, first guy, my GOAT, unfortunately, being the first guy to do this is just it hurts something special. It hurts something different.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure it's already on there, and we just can't see it somehow because it's hidden.
Is it
But the one that you didn't put on there, Damon, is actually really cool.
Well,
Sean
again,
of all people, Derek.
I guess that's the A jersey.
We thought it was going to be damn Yoshi or somebody who's a know-it-all like that.
We didn't think it was going to be you, Sean. We didn't think it was going to be you. But you're right. There is the purple A, and then there's the red A, and then there was this same version of it that I'm wearing. Like they were all basically the same jersey. So
where do you want to put the turn back the clock?
We are going to fight on this. We are so goddamn far apart.
Should we make a new tier at the top?
I don't even.
Should we add a tier at the? Okay. Should we add a turn back the clock tier?
Damon thinks the turn back the clock jersey is the greatest jersey ever made in Diamondbacks history, and I think it's trash.
How do I add a row?
Add a row above? Just put it up there. Just put turn back the clock. We're never going to see eye to eye on this. Never. There's no way for us to come to a conclusion on this.
Period.
Let me tell you something.
Turn back the clock, period.
One of the ways I have successfully managed to be in a marriage as long as I have been is conceding that at times you're just not going to agree on something. You're not going to get around to it. All right. So, all right. Let's see what else we got.
The category of their own. They don't even belong in the same type of conversation as the rest of every team.
It was such an absurd idea.
It's so funny.
And what's crazier is that they still sell those things for $229 in the team shop right now, but then they'll put them on sale for 50% off. You're still paying $100 for that thing.
That's crazy.
No way.
How about this black one right here with the D logo on?
Okay, so that one again, fairly iconic, and I think this is similar to what Sean was saying with the A, right? It was the black jersey, plain black, had the A and the D. They introduced the D.
The turn back the clock category.
Yeah, that's where it belongs. No, I liked it, but I definitely like the A jersey just a little bit better because I've always been a bigger fan of the A logo than the Diamondback Snake D. And so again,
should we go B tier then?
Yeah, let's go B tier with that one. And the A, I mean, again, the A jersey is just had so many iterations of it, right? We have the beige one from this year. We have the A jersey that was the GOAT, the vest jersey, right? Like, so for years and years and years, that A one has been around. I know we had one with gradient on it, without gradient. Damon, let's just get to the gradient stuff because it was bad. Let's start with the Los Dbacks there in the middle. That's a D. That was a miss. We got the gradient with the A, also a miss.
This one right here, the black one. Or should we just call this the gradient tier?
Probably. That's probably it was just the gradient tier. But here's the problem. Okay, this one I liked. The gray.
The dark gray?
The dark gray. I thought the color of gray was good. I thought the teal, because that was the one that introduced teal. That one, there was also a white one too. I think you just rolled over it.
This one right here?
Well, that one stays there. But the gray one, I want to put the gray one.
The white gradient. That one was actually, so Sean pointed out one that I did forget. The white gradient one was like impossible to find.
Yeah.
Like they have it nowhere. They scraped it from the earth.
I'm putting the white gradient and the gray gradient together as one. So let's just move that gray gradient there down at the bottom. No, not that guy. That guy can stay there. That guy's a B for me. That guy's a B.
I'm putting my foot down, Derek.
Can we at least put it in C?
That's fine, but
okay.
B is a step too far.
It's a
step too far.
Everybody loved those. Everybody loved those.
You come into my house and you say that's a B category jersey.
Everybody loved those. The teal color, the teal accent. I mean, I think that's why that was the gateway to get here where we're at. This right? It's because they put teal on that and it was very popular and people very much enjoyed it. And I remember that would always be the conversation. I guess that's what I remember because I'm old and I don't remember all of the details, but I do remember the conversation about those jerseys always being, they're all bad except the ones with teal. I kind of like the ones with teal, the white with teal, the gray with teal. They're all right. All right. What else we got there, Damon? I think we got like the boring years, right? Like, and again, not to knock, like our World Series years. Those are pretty damn good.
Ernesto was asking about this one with the block B first. Let's do this.
This one was always weird to me because I don't even remember. Like, I remember people wearing this as a replica jersey more than I remember people like the team actually wearing it.
Wasn't it the original 1998 jersey? It was like they wore it for 1 year and then they switched to these guys up here.
Yeah,
I think it's C. Or maybe B. I remember Goldschmidt wearing it as well back in the day. They used to do the Throwback Thursday.
But it was like the first pinstripe jersey.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm thinking B.
Okay.
I like it in B. I think the black one.
I am a sucker for pinstripes in general.
I know. I think the black one with the same word mark there at the very end. Yeah, I think it's cooler.
We already have it up here.
Oh, yeah. Right. Sorry.
We can count this one as, and I can on our screenshot change it to that block A one potentially.
Yeah, let's do that. And let's put that. I think that's honestly an S tier jersey. But A.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's also really close to this one here.
It is.
Like really, it's everything the same except for the Arizona across, and it's just an A over there. It's this A right here.
Yeah, right. So
I mean, it's pretty good.
We'll get it. Let's at least put it in A tier, and we'll leave it
here.
There
I might try to see if I can save it, and we can do something with it. But first, let's do the original Sedona red crop. Derek.
Okay, these were fine, but I think it was a disappointment. I think the look of the word mark. I think everything was kind of a miss. I think these are C jerseys.
I agree with you.
I mean, they're just, even looking at them today, I don't hold any fondness to them.
These white ones might be in the gradient category.
Yeah,
these white ones suck.
When they went with the D and then backs in lowercase letters.
Yeah, these are going there. What about the gray ones? How do you feel about the gray ones? C.
The gray ones were all right. The Arizona gray. Again, I think it's very similar to the gray from this year. Right? It's the Arizona in red. It has the little snake teeth in it. It's good. I do like this year's a little bit better. So I feel like that one and probably the road gray from like the World Series year, that one that's in front, both of those are probably B tier, in my opinion.
The road. See, but here's the thing. I think the current road gray is a better version of the 2023.
I agree.
So for me, I think pretty much all the 2023 jerseys go here.
Yeah.
Because all of the jerseys that we have right now are just like enhanced versions of these jerseys,
not wrong.
In my opinion.
You're not wrong.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I would go like B tier for our current crop. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree
I think they're pretty good. I don't love them, but I think they're pretty good.
I would also put the red with Diamondbacks across the front in a B tier.
Okay, you like that one too. What about the black one?
The black one's S tier.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's S tier. It's S tier.
Is that just because you're wearing it right now?
Yes, of course. No, it's because it's an incredible jersey. And I don't know. I mean, there's something about it that I've seen other teams do this where they add a specific color, especially on black, and it just makes it look like neon. The Miami Marlins are really good at that. Like that Miami Marlins color set was good. Their jerseys were kind of trash, but I liked how it looked on some of their stuff. And then mostly it's like having the words highlighted by a particular color. In this case, as Damon pointed out to me, the Diamondbacks basically use a color of teal that's the exact inverse to the Sedona red that they use. So it's kind of wild how well it complements it. And the reason why is because when you take the red of the Sedona and go into like Photoshop and do the inverse color, it's basically the teal that they use. So it's a great combination. It was a great choice. And I like it. I like the piping on these jerseys, and it's the same thing with the home jersey. I mean, the home jersey probably also very much an A or S tier jersey as well. And again, it's because it's just a clean look. It's hard though. The black is still much better in my opinion. I don't know why. We did a office I remember one time we went around the office and asked everybody what their favorite jersey was. I think only Bo Brock picked the cream jersey, and every other person in the office picked this black with the teal and the A. So
I think I might have said the gray because I'm just a freak.
you are a freak, and
I do like gray jerseys a lot, dude. I don't know why.
You like being different. You like being different.
Well, I'm Mr. Contrarian. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that, Damon. Everybody knows that. But
ooh, let's go. I didn't know if that was a risky play by me here.
It was.
I added.
It was. Damon went ahead and added something, and it almost made it.
It almost destroyed everything. But instead, it was potentially the greatest play of all time. We now have this jersey, Ernesto.
All right, perfect.
You want that S tier here, next to the.
I wanted S tier. Yeah,
I like it. That's
I wanted S tier.
What about the black version of basically the same exact jersey that we're talking about?
See, that one, again, it's just still a classic, but that was from some boring color years. I like it there in B. I think
so too.
And
what about the cream?
The cream, I think, is A. And if not A, then S. But I feel like A is appropriate considering that we need to differentiate between the black and the cream. So.
Are we forgetting any? Because we can grab it real quick before we wrap it up here.
I don't know, but there, Emily, is your definitive list, your tier maker for us, for the jerseys. We did this just for you. We've been promising you for a long time. I'll put this into some sort of written form, but I swear to God, I'm not putting the turn the clock back jersey on there. I refuse to. Anyway.
I want to make an amendment, Derek. I'm looking at it right now. I want this white without the teal 2023 jersey in this tier. It sucks. We have a white jersey problem. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it. We have a white jersey problem. It's a good thing we moved to eggshell here because these are not it at the bottom.
No, they weren't it. I'm glad we moved on from that. Well, I'm also glad we did this. Thank you guys so much, Damon. Thank you for all of your hard work battling with technology to get that up.
I'd say I won. I think I lost the battle, but I won the war.
You won. Yeah, you lost battles during it, but you definitely won the war overall.
It's a war of attrition, Derek. It takes some hard times. You're gonna lose a lot of good men, but you just have to keep putting your head down and keep on fighting.
Well, and again, Emily, she won. She really won. She's the one that won the real war here. So thank you, Emily, for forcing us to do that.
Emily, what do you think? That's what we really care about.
Emily's thoughts on it because you're the most important person here. And of course, the rest of you, thank you guys. Those of you that are already Supporters Club members, we appreciate that. Apparently on the Suns last night, somebody gifted a bunch of Supporters Club memberships, and that's amazing. I didn't even know that we could do that. So again, if you ever want to give to your fellow fans here in the chat, that's something that you can do instead of a super chat. But we do have a wonderful super chat from our wonderful, wonderful viewer, Emily Williams, who said Derek can get tacos now since he's doing the jerseys. Yes, let's go. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate you. And she says she loves it. So great to finally appease her. Great to have all of you guys here. And again, great for our boys, as we said earlier in the show, to get the recognition that they deserve. Quite frankly, even though we want to, Transonic wants to rank uniform pants next. No, absolutely not. Actually, we could probably.
Anything with gradient on the ankles should just be burned.
It's an F tier. But again, we thank you guys so much for your time. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate all of you guys for being Supporters Club members. Thank you guys. Katie May says, thank you guys for doing this. Emily deserved this. Yes, she did.
She did. Emily has been so, fervent in her support of this show and wanting this jersey list in particular. We appreciate you, Emily.
Yeah. Zabe says, rank jerseys for the other MLB teams. Perfect opportunity to be a hater. We love doing that on this program. Well, again, we thank you guys so much. We're going to be doing a little Dbacks trending to dig into Corbin Carroll being added to Team USA, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. We will also have the full interview with Ryan Waldschmidt up on our YouTube page, so if you missed that or you want to see the rest of it, including his answers about eating meals over snacks, that is a great time as well. Plus, we will be dropping the Diamond Mine featuring Mitch Bratt, covering one of the Diamondbacks' new prospects that they got here at the trade deadline this season. So great to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much for being here on a Friday. As far as we go, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Cap_Caveman with a K. Damon is at Damon Dog with a DAWG at the end. We're all Damon's dogs. Bark, bark. Our show is at PHNX_Dbacks, but as always, all roads lead to at PHNX_sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you guys so much for your time. We will see you back here on Monday at noon. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Behave yourselves, Emily. And remember, kids, baseball is fun, but it's so much more fun when you rank every jersey your team has ever worn.
We all silly like the mayor.